Byron Thomas was in court this week, ready to defend himself from allegations he pretended to be a police officer and held a guy while demanding money from his family.
A trial was not necessary after prosecution witnesses failed to appear. Our Brendan Kirby has been asking questions about this case.
And Brendan, what did you find out?
Well, Denise and Cameron, it's a convoluted case with sensational allegations. The defendant says that he was innocent. Among the witnesses who were not in court was a Prichard police officer.
I would never impersonate Prichard. I don't even like Prichard Police Department.
Byron Thomas is a free man. A judge granted a request by the defense to dismiss charges of impersonating a police officer and unlawful imprisonment against the 41-year-old 8 Mile resident. Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood says prosecutors couldn't move forward without cooperation of the witnesses. He says the case already had been reset multiple times and that the prosecution witnesses had been subpoenaed and notified of court dates.
And these non-law enforcement witnesses or both?
Both law enforcement and non-law enforcement witnesses.
Thomas tells me he feels vindicated.
I knew it was going to happen. I never doubted in my mind that I was going to get convicted of anything.
Now Thomas says he intends to seek justice for what he regards as a malicious prosecution engineered by the Prichard police officer. Police allege that Thomas went to a man's house on Benjamin Street in 2022 in a former sheriff's deputy cruiser that he bought at an auction and then shackled him and put him in the vehicle. They accused him of driving the man around until his family agreed to pay him $8,300. Thomas says he was wearing clothing that clearly identified him as a private security officer.
It says Thomas Security Agency. So how can I say that I'm a police officer when it clearly states security?
Thomas says he and the officer who arrested him, Detective Tavon Campbell, have bad blood dating to when they both worked security at a club. Campbell is the officer in a viral video showing him hitting a suspect with a baseball bat. Then Mayor Jimmy Gardner placed Campbell on leave and criticized his actions, explaining that officers shouldn't use anything that is not department-issued equipment. DA Blackwood says he's trying to confirm whether Campbell received the subpoena for Thomas's case.
The officer's testimony wasn't absolutely necessary for this case. We could have gone forward had the lay witnesses showed up, so that was really the bigger issue. The bigger issue is that the needed lay witnesses did not show up for court after we've had a lot of contact with them over the last several months.
I've reached out to Prichard Police for reaction. I didn't get an immediate response on that, but Chief Walter Knight did address Detective Campbell's status following the baseball bat incident. He says that an internal investigation cleared him of any wrongdoing. He says that the officer used a bat in place of an ASP baton and only struck the suspect in non-sensitive areas. Based on the findings, the detective was cleared and returned to duty, the chief's statement reads. As a proactive measure, the department has since ensured that all officers are issued ASP batons or glass-breaking tools to prevent improvisation in future emergencies. Reporting live in the News Center, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.